There's something about Tai Chi that's really requires more than just mere athleticism, or speed or anything muscular. It just really transcends those things. It's about, really getting in touch with your body and to see where things are and how things are supposed to be. And in that way, that's what captivates me the most, right? So you could carry those qualities into a martial situation without losing the sense of enjoyment that you get from practicing it. As soon as it goes away and differs from that, then then the whole concept's kind of gone. I came from a little island in the Philippines called Holo, Sulu, and I was born in a house on bamboo stilts where I grew up in that little tiny island. The bathroom was a hole in the floor in a little room somewhere, and water, we had to fetch it, from the city once a day, that sort of thing. So that's where I grew up, little tiny island. I moved to the States in 1980 and came to Portland in 1996, 1995, 1996. Wow. Oh, martial arts has always fascinated me ever since I first saw it in a movie theater. I was, I think, about 3, and back then it wasn't Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan, it was before them guys. It was Wang Yu and David Chang, and they had a lot of ketchup spilling out, for blood, and it was actually more of a swordsman movie than it was actually fist and kicks. So I think that was maybe late 60s. And I watched them and I said, that is so cool, I want to be able to do that, And I still hold the same fascination for it. Well, I tried Choi Li Fut, which is Southern style, hard Kung Fu. But, it was very expensive and too far. So I didn't continue. And I followed through with Wing Chun, but Wing Chun didn't work out so well either. And the only thing that I could find was somebody who wanted to teach me Tai Chi, and that was the only thing that was available to me. And I took it because it was something better than nothing,
When did you get into Tai Chi?
1996. Maybe earlier, actually. No, I take that back, 1989. My teacher was Sifu Wing Lam, Kuang Wing Lam. He is a Hanga exponent, Southern style Chinese martial arts. And he also did, the Northern style, hard style stuff, and that was my teacher. And later on, he switched to the internal arts, specifically Sun style Tai Chi and Bagua and Xingyi, and that's what I'm stuck with now.
Can you expand a little bit on the Hongwa and the Sun differences?
The Sun style?
Yes.
I don't know. To me, there's really not any difference. It feels the same when I do it. Whether I do Yang style or Sun style or hard style, it just feels the same to me. The only outward appearance that's different is that Sun style, you're a little higher off the ground, you're not down so low, and the stances are not as long and kind of flowery. It's quicker on your feet, like you're walking, basically, That's the only outward thing that I see, but otherwise it feels the same to me. When I first came to Portland, I was kind of griping to my teacher about how I can't find a good Tai Chi school here in Portland. And it said to me, well, teach, have your own school. I'm thinking, well, I'm not good enough. He goes, well, if you know one thing more than the other, you could share something. So having a community of like-minded people kind of that showed up, that helped me share what I know, build up what I know too. So in essence, the people that practice with me also helped me up. And so the community at Laurelhurst Park, the people that showed up are those ones that helped me progress also.
Nice.
And there are those that will show up and want to just kind of smack you down, you know, and they contribute nothing, but they don't stick around, you know, for some reason.
Tai Chi is like one of the finest arts.
It has an element of the physical benefits in terms of alignment and movement and balance.
There are a whole lot more options for what you might consider power in giving people what they need.
When you use internal arts, specifically Tai Chi, you want to capture the spirit of kindness and gentleness, because, you know, it's a big thing when you practice Tai Chi and teachers always telling you to go soft, do it soft, softer, but you know, the idea is actually comes from being kind. So when you move in a manner that's kind, your muscles don't activate so much to move the hand in any one particular order. So your hands would just align naturally through your body and into the ground. And when the moves are done in accordance with kindness, then there's a better alignment and no extraneous movements.
Most fighting is a conversation about who can push or pull. Most fighting is really about a sport that doesn't have anything to do with the kind of resilience in your life with people around you. Like, the people you really get upset with are like the people closest to you that you're rude to or you use like emotional or physical leverage over. It's like you have to learn to come to terms with that need to control people and learn that you have more power in offering people space to change. And Tai Chi is the general concept of allowing enough space so somebody expends all their energy and then you can go, you want to keep doing this? And everybody gets a chance to walk away. I think that's the greatest thing you can offer people, a little bit more space. I mean, space is time, right? And time's the most valuable thing. If you learn how to capture space with people, you learn how to make the most out of the time with them.
It covers all the bases, both the spiritual aspect, in terms of the connection with nature, in terms of the connection with what is that essence within you, that spirit. You get to work that. It cultivates your mind, it cultivates your spirit, it cultivates your physical body. There's like hardly anything that covers it all, and it also teaches you how to defend yourself. I mean, it's pretty amazing to have an art that works you from the health all the way through protecting yourself through the spirit. I mean, how many arts do that? I don't actually know of any other art that does all of that. All in the same moment, in every moment. It's really a fabulous art. I really encourage everyone to check it out. It's just fabulous. I'm a chiropractor and acupuncturist, so for me at work, it's hugely a benefit to become more and more aware of energetic movement and about what health is, and it helps cultivate all of that for me, and helps to, actually I can help my clients more because I think I do this practice.
For me, especially, what I love most is the expansion of it's like situational awareness, you could call it. So it's when you're very attuned into your body and your body is moving really well and aligned properly. It has a way of there's an engagement with the space all around you. So that kind of situational awareness, as well as the health benefits, as well as, you know, on a spiritual path, it's something you're never done. It's something that is always a journey and it's always in process. And there is nothing that will drive that point home more than being in a group where you're constantly tested and you're always seeing just how far you can go, how far you have to go, right? That constant journey towards never done.
Okay. So the Taoist principle of Tai Chi is kindness, right? So as soon as you put your position here, the strongest that it is, I don't want to be in the way because you want that position. So I'm gonna say, here, have that position. And all of a sudden you're not strong anymore because that which you wanted was no longer there. Teacup exercises. Now imagine you have teacup in the palm of your hand and it's full. All right, so you don't want to spill it. So you just pivot it around. Imagine that the cup is not going to spill and really, really move your body around. There you go. Good. Okay, some more.
Get the hand in, out, really turn. Get the hand there, move body around. All right, here and bring it in. Come out, all the way up, like this. Open this up, and then bring it in. Cool. So you can use this move, martially speaking, this exercise. So if I were to take your hand and wrench it like this, imagine you have a teacup here. You take the teacup here, right? Step forward into me. Bring the hand around and pivot and unlock. See that? That's all from that exercise. So you're doing this. That's all you're doing, right? So you're taking my hand, you're locking it.
So when you give the tea to somebody or you offer somebody something nice or you help them through something, your body takes on a much relaxed state and hence more powerful. You know, so the idea is that if I move a certain way, I'll instruct them to say, move as if you're helping me up instead of pushing me down. Move as if you're giving me a gift instead of taking something away from me. Because in that spirit, the body is the most powerful. The arms are the most gentle and yet the most powerful. Because in a gentle alignment, in a gentle manner, the body creates an alignment wherein power actually goes through. All right, so if I do this and be powerful, that's just me getting stuck in my hand, but nothing actually comes out in my hand. But if I give something, it's like something inside of me came out my hand to say, here, have it, versus here, have it. It doesn't really convey the sense that I'm giving you something. It's just me wanting to take something, all right? So here, take it. And that makes the most powerful alignment.
Push hands it's really a chance to free flow. You know, you and another person were just free flowing and kind of seeing where it takes you.
There's like a camaraderie to it, and there's a certain amount of emotional comfort that it requires that is really healthy to develop with people that you kind of know and trust.
It's a very unique attribute of the character of a person who wants to engage so wholeheartedly, wants to offer you a challenge, wants to build their own skill, but does it in a way that's just so humble and heartfelt, and just there's no ego in it. It's relaxed. It's magic, and what it allows is for it to be sustainable, right? Because nobody wants to hurt each other, nobody's trying to one-up anybody, and so therefore we all want to just keep playing together, and it just grows and it grows, and it's just, there's something really magic about the particular vibe that we've created here, the culture of this group.
Push hands is like a test to see how true you are to the principles that you practice, especially in Tai Chi, because that's their two-man partner form. You know, is your pattern working? I mean, why doesn't it work? Somebody's in front of you to prove that it doesn't work. What you're practicing is not working, so you gotta go back and try to see why it doesn't work.
Before I sparred Jamie, I sparred one of my other friends over here in the vest. I'm sparring him, I feel like I'm pretty good. He put me in a chokehold. Not choking me, he's not hurting me, but for somehow he got behind me and put me in, I'm like, how did you get there? Well, he's learning from Jamie. And so I even have a video of Jamie and I doing push hands and him making me smack myself in the face with my own hand. And I'm laughing while I'm doing it. Like that's the real Kung Fu, is that he's able to make me check myself without, breaking my leg, breaking my arm, putting me in a chokehold, and making me feel lesser of a person. He does it in a way that makes you learn, and you have a fun time doing it.
So push hands is like that for me, just to see where I can use my Tai Chi in that sort of space. Of course, push hands is like a start to, before full sparring. Push hands is what you practice to kind of like get a sense and appreciation of the person in front of you, where you are in relation to them, what's your mindset, and how to kind of, get to see what you could do without actually getting hurt or hurting somebody. You know, just kind of push that limit of balance and mobility.
This is my favorite thing on the planet. And I feel really lucky I got to meet Jamie. And in that, my wife constantly says, you've been looking for him all your life. And I don't doubt that. I got my ass kicked by a bunch of rednecks when I was a kid, and I thought I'd have to learn how to be tough. I didn't realize all I had to learn to do was trust people and find out how much had already been given to me that I could offer other people until I met Jamie.
My biggest thought about Jamie is just this immense gratitude. The gift that he has given, not only to just our community who continues to show up, but even the park at large. You see he has created something here. The people walking by who've been taking walks in the park for 20 years, shouting, hello, Jamie, you know, and this something that has happened here. And then he comes and he gives with no, there's no other kind of exchange except for showing up and being a partner for him. He wants to be able to practice with somebody. So gratitude. That's the thing I would like to close with. I am so very grateful to have had the time working with him, to have had a connection with the people who have shown up. It's been magic.
You look around, everybody's smiling, having a great time. And you know, it's fun too. It's Kung Fu. So we all love doing. We all had something that brought us here, and we love Kung Fu.
It's really welcoming. It's pretty interesting. You know, lots of other people were here before I got here, and it seems like there's a pretty wide sort of club of people that have either come through this spot in the park or, you know Jamie from his previous school. I've met some of his students, and yeah, I mean, it's a huge welcoming community. You know, Jamie's attitude is like, you just come back. Like, you know, he'll teach anybody, and it's the students' willingness to be there that matters.